Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I see Crowley Plays, I see Goldie, I see MT, Juan, Just Start, Cinder, Sloth, how's it going? Wake, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well today. Hope everyone has had a good Wednesday? Yeah, today was Wednesday, right? I think I had my weekly team meeting this morning, which are on Wednesdays, so that's how I kind of keep track of the time. That's how I keep track of the days of the week, is just which meeting happens that day. But yeah, how's everybody doing today? Hope everyone's been having a good time. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to keep going here with Jirachi, doing some more encounters. We've got sorry, I gotta get this hair out of my face. But yeah, hopefully we can pull off three Jirachi streams in a row of 11 encounters. We're pulling ahead of the estimate, which is pretty good in my opinion. What's up, everyone? How you doing today? I'm doing well. I'm making a PowerPoint for your honors right now. Awesome. Hope that's going well for you. The evil Waldo shirt. Yes. I'm glad to have your approval. Also, I see you said mindless time. Is that what MT stands for? I'm gonna say that's what MT stands for. It's canon now. Can't change it. It's the truth. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Just spent an amount of time on WoW, on the WoW PTR testing, testing out appearances. You saw the screenshots in Discord. I did. Those look really cool. You're doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. We're over halfway through the week. We're cruising on to towards Friday. I'm excited. We have the new tournament happening this weekend. Now we're gonna have like back-to-back tournaments. I'm also excited, non-Pokemon or YouTube related things, F1 race this weekend. We had to go 3 weeks without it after Bahrain was like such a great opening race for anyone that follows it. Sorry if this is loud or hopefully it doesn't splash anywhere. There we go. There we go. But yeah, no, I'm excited. It should be a good weekend. It's been a pretty laid back week as far as work goes. You know, I've been juggling some projects, but it's not like deadlines or anything. It's just like work to be done. You know, that kind of thing. Doing pretty good training again with Emerald Kaizo. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, Wake. I'm excited for that tournament, man. Like I said, I saw you put up a 6IV Dreepy as the prize, dude. That's awesome. Did some practice with the monocolor team, and the lose streak is big, and the team is just funny and non-competitive, serious. Hey, you love it. Hey, man, those can be some of the most fun times. Working on the Sword Pokedex, only needs Zamazenta. Maybe someone can help with that. Cause yeah, I had to, that's one of those Pokemon I still don't have, just because like, sorry, I'm trying to get hair, like, to like go around my ear, above my ear but below my hat and not like get pushed in by my headphones is all kinds of fun. I'm so ready to just get it all cut. Soda can ASMR. That's not this mic. My Yeti would have been able to do that. But I don't have that one anymore. You're in love with the Warlocks that you made? Just spent like 15 minutes geeking out to your friends about your Warlock and the idea you're going for when making your transmog. Nice! Man, I'm enjoying the gear grind that's coming with Outriders. Trying to prep and put together a team. So I imagine it's the same kind of feeling there. Before your mom took your Switch away, you got a 6IV battle-ready Korean Honedge from Wonder Trade. Oh no! I'm sorry she took it away. But yeah, congrats on the Honedge. Makes you excited to level another character in this game. Probably shortly before the next patch. Like, just get him leveled up and ready. I get that. Got a lot of BP to spend on bottle caps, so I thought, you know what? If I can offer a shiny, let's make it a strong one too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like that makes sense. Yeah, because with the bottle caps and the mints, like if you get a shiny, you can make it a 6 IV of whatever nature you want. It's pretty awesome. I do appreciate that. As someone who's not very big into competitive and hasn't sunk hours into building competitive teams before, you know, like there's no longer this like how dare, like I don't have any of the I spent all this time doing this, someone else needs to suffer the same. So I don't have any of that. It's legit too. Hey, that's nice. Have Shield, but you're trying to play that with shiny Alola starters. So how are you trying to do that? Like, I guess you just like have a Shield save that you haven't played very far because you want to get the Alolas in it. In the meantime, you're gonna sign up for the Raid Finder raid. And you're gonna regret all of your life choices and lose a lot of brain cells because people do not know mechanics. Like just playing with randoms. Yeah, that can go either way, I feel. But especially once you're more like once you're more of like a veteran of the game like you are, I can imagine you end up in a lot more situations of why are they doing this than, you know, the other way around, or you find like some god tier raid group. At least it'll be a good chance to practice another healing spec. You got Rowlet in 1,032 eggs, got Litten in 17 eggs, and working on Poplio at 2,220 eggs. Hey, that's an awesome 17 egg Litten there. Congrats, dude. And best of luck with the Poplio. Alright, get through the nickname, then I can switch over which button I'm mashing. Alright, switch to A so I don't be rude when he asks about May. Cool. Hopefully, we did that quickly enough. Ah, no! I goof it with that movement because I was like taking a sip. Literally just 25 random people who sign up to join raid. Oh, with 25, you're guaranteed to have someone who has no clue what they're doing. Dang. So I'm used to, like, random matches with, like, at most in, like, Call of Duty with, like, 6 people or something. Yeah. Yeah, when you're pulling in 25 randoms, like, unless there's some kind of way to cap, like, or, like, put a floor to the skill level, like, yeah. True randoms. There's no way you end up with a proper team out of that. Onto them and Moon, I've already put Rowlet and Litten and Shield. Awesome. Hopefully you get Poplio soon and you can play through Shield. Because it sounds like that'll help you a lot with getting Zamazenta if no one else is able to help with that. Because I still need to play through Shield myself as well to get a Zamazenta, and just to get my own copies of some of the version exclusives. Like I've seen them, I've traded them with friends, but I think I've traded them back. Haven't done raid healing since you got a new PC and you're playing WoW on a bigger monitor. You get to adjust your raid healing UI. Hey! Yeah, it sounds like the monitor's working well for you. I'm glad to hear that. Like, the Honage is a level 1 hatched from an egg. It has a normal Korean name and no hack moves, so it's legit nice! Yeah, I feel like most of the time when you find, like, a hacked mon, it's, like, level 100. Dang, crit. Nice. Got a Zamazenta already. Nice, Goldie. That's awesome. Alright, that went really well. That was a really good Mudkip fight there. I think was it a 5-turn? I think it was a 5-turn fight, which is usually the best we can hope for. I don't think I've ever seen Torchic win in 4 without a crit. And we got a crit at the end, which guaranteed that like we didn't have any like 1 HP leftover situations where we get screwed at the last possible moment. Okay, that door's open, so just start spamming both games. Luckiest egg hatch we ever had was a Charizard female with max 5 IV, with attacks somewhere in the middle, and got another female Charizard with the exact same stats but jolly. Nice! Alright, We're almost there. Just gotta get to the Pokeball dialogue with May. And save. Guess I would like to save. Once we save, I can restart the system. And there we go. We can reboot. really trying to say Dex there, Sloth, aren't you? Yo, Cash Ketchum, welcome, welcome. How you doing today? What's up? Not much. Not much, just chilling, playing some Pokemon. Getting the first Jirachi encounter in for today on a stream that, I'm going to say this and you're going to correct me because it's probably going to have changed because YouTube's weird, that has a correctly spelled thumbnail today. Yeah, I'd like double and triple checked, but who knows, I could have still gotten it wrong. Monitor's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm so glad. Because, like, I feel like a lot of people kind of forget the monitor when they're building a computer. Because you're looking at all the specs inside it. Like, obviously, those are the performance specs. That's everything in the computer, right? But, like, the, like, best computer money could buy would look terrible on a CRT, right? Like, so yeah, the monitor plays a big part, especially like having a bit more size and a little bit more resolution possibly. It is awesome. It's good to hear. Just found an add-on that tells you roughly when to use your cooldowns. It feels like cheating. They suppose a lot of add-ons are, and you are learning the spec. Yeah, I mean, I guess what, in that situation, like, you can use it to, like, train, right? And, like, turn it off later. Alright, one Jirachi down. Hopefully 10 more to go. If we do get to the end of our usual 2 hours and, like, have only done 9 or something, and we do the 10th, that's cool. But I'm hoping I'm hoping for some success here in terms of keeping up the streak of getting 11 encounters per stream. Jirachi is like 1,000th of a pixel to the right too far. Ah, I see. Dang. To-do list when you get the switchback. Give Sloth the Zamazenta. Shiny Hunt Solgaleo. And Shiny Hunt Sableye. Player Shield Nuzlocke. And Shiny Hunt Registeel in that order. Best of luck with all those. Axel's level 10 and ready for vengeance. You got him back, man. So I plan to use it for, gonna get roughly a feel of how the main ramp up works. Nice. Yeah, I respect my, again, I'm trying to relate here as much as I can. I know I'm like, you're talking about WoW and really into it, and I keep like changing it to Outriders, but it's just the one game I know that does anything like this. So I apologize, it seems like I'm changing the subject. I'm not, I'm trying to make that connection of like respecking and stuff. Yeah, I respect a chunk of my character in Outriders yesterday while playing with some friends. I went from the lowest DPS dealt to the highest DPS very quickly. And I still gotta get a feel for the skills I'm running now. Yo, Brandon, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How did I get Jirachi? So the way to get Jirachi in Gen 3 is with a North American Coliseum bonus disc. So the screen directly above me that has the little Jirachi on it and the like special gift text and everything is a bonus disc that was given out, I believe, as a pre-order bonus for pre-ordering Pokemon Coliseum back in the day. My buddy had the disc, and that disc is capable of transferring a Jirachi to a Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire save file through like a special adapter cable. So I have that all set up on my desk, basically playing with the GameCube for the disc and a GameCube to play the GameBoy Player. And I have those hooked up together through the adapter cable, and after getting the Pokedex, like you have to play far enough to get the Pokedex, you can collect Jirachi. And so that's how we're doing that. Basically, this disc will give out a Jirachi to one Jirachi per save file. So we're just creating new save files and trying to find the shiny. Yo, Vanillix! Good morning, man. You just woke up. Hope it was a good nap. Don't mind at all. Alright, cool, cool. Because like I know like in some cases it's like, oh, we're talking about a but like it might feel like I keep bringing up B or something, so I just wanted to make sure. But yeah. What's your favorite shiny Pokemon? You mentioned this. You just mentioned this. I know Jinx is your favorite, right? I don't think that's your favorite shiny Pokemon, though. Oh god, Juan, I'm sorry. Yo, Mars, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. I still lost another battle with the team. Oh no. You want to hunt Registeel to see if he's the nicest Reggie. Registeel was pretty nice to me. I'd give him a good recommendation if he put me on his resume. Regice, on the other hand, it'd be one of those situations like, oh, is he a good guy? I'm like, he's a guy. Yeah. You know, can't talk negatively about people in recommendations, but you can just not talk positively. Sheer Cold Enigma, a ship name? Oh god, no. Oh god. No, no, no. That makes one of us Vanillix. Alright, spam B until he asks if I want to nickname the thing. So we skip that. Mel has competition. See, like, Mel wouldn't approve. Hey, Mel. Speaking of. Time for the great brain cell purge of 2021, aka Raid Finder. Good luck, Cinder. Godspeed. How's it going, Mel? Hope things are going well for you. Guess your favorite bird Pokemon. You have two, and you guess either to win. Zapdos. Guess we'll better duke it out in the tournament. Nudge, nudge. Good point. Good point. I know Mel signed up. Vanillix, sign up for this tournament, man. My wish and my like hope, I guess, might be different from Wake's, I'm not sure, would be to have eight people signed up at least in the tournament, so we can have like a full-fledged bracket of at least quarterfinals down. That would be like my kind of hope for it. Obviously, the more the merrier, but like my hope would at least be 8. That's my hope for signups on this tournament. Rax Knuckles. Better get building the team now. Sheer run. Get away before Mel finds you. 1v1. Ooh. 8 people is a good number. Like, obviously more is better, for sure. Like, if we get, you know, 9 or 10 or 13 or anything like that. What the heck? My phone just decided that it was listening suddenly. Maybe we could sign up. Yeah, man. It is unfortunate. Like, it's one of those things, right? Where it's like, darn, I wish like you could do it, but at the same time, like, I'm glad you're like able to work again. You know, like, I don't wish unemployment upon people. But yeah, man, it'd be awesome if you could be in it. I totally get that, you know, stuff happens, right? Alright, so we have to immediately... Oh, please, Mudkip miss. No! Oh, we almost had it. That was almost such a crit, or a clutch crit. Alright, so we're gonna run that battle again. I'm gonna growl this time. If we don't get it after this try, I'm just gonna let it white out, and I'm just gonna go level up a little bit. Should have a live stream of a battle with Sheer and Melon Showdown. If they compete in the tournament, we'll have one. It's Corviknight. Ooh. It's a good spec for you to learn on account of it's a spec you plan to use for your Horde Priest. Ooh. Cool, cool. But yeah, I recommend everyone sign up for the tournament if you were able to. It'll be a really fun time. We've had a blast with the last one, so absolutely I recommend you guys signing up if you are able to. Please don't crit, Mudkip. Thank goodness we win by 1 HP. Other favorite bird is Xatu. Ooh, nice choice. Gardevoir is your favorite shiny. Ah, good choice, good choice. I still need to finish my Ralts hunt, man. It's on the list. Don't know your weekend plans, so don't know if you can sign up. Ah, man, I gotcha. I gotcha. If you figure them out by tomorrow, and you're able to, definitely would love to have you in the tournament, man. Not saying that you're wussing out. You saying that makes it sound like you're wussing out. Not gonna lie. That's like the surefire way to know someone's wussing out is for them to preemptively say that they're not. Plans can change, please sign up just in case you're free. I feel that, I feel that. We've had to rework the brackets in the past, so that's not, like, unheard of. It's on Wake to make the final call on that now, but... I know we had a couple people... I know the first tournament had someone dip out, I think. I know we had one person say they couldn't do it, like, last minute. I just accounted for in the bracket before I posted it. Raid frames just disappeared. What are raid frames? Favorite shinies are Lunala, Sableye, and Alchemy. Good choices. Oh no, you made the team before you realized you couldn't play. Oh no. You're just ready for the next time we run a monocolor battle. You signed up? Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, hopefully we can get a good number of people in it. Today and tomorrow are days to sign up for this tournament, guys. It'll be a blast. We'll be streaming it like we streamed the last couple of tournaments. And maybe, yeah, with Wake running them, they might become more of a weekly thing than a bi-weekly thing, which is awesome. Along with, I know Wake was talking about doing some small ones in between. Which, heck yeah. I'm excited for it. The more the merrier with all that stuff. The more ways to just kind of interact and hang out and do fun community things. I'm all on board for that. Big Pogs, yes. Raid frames are the HP bars for the people in the raid. They just disappeared? Oh no. How do you get them back? What color would Alchemy be? Does it depend on the form? Ooh, that's a good question. I guess... Yeah, wait, do multi-form Pokemon have multiple dex entries? Or multiple dex colors? I feel like that's a valid question, actually. Purposely match up Sheer and L. No RNG in this tournament bracket. Disaster averted. A. You finally got a win with the team. Awesome, dude. Someone Wake to help you with team building because you're bad with it. There are a bunch of people who kind of know that stuff. I think the general rule and what I follow is find a Pokemon you want to build around. Like, find a way to use that Pokemon. Like, the one team I built that was, like, really, really, truly, like, happy with was my team with a Golisopod on it. Which I built around that Golisopod. I knew I wanted to use Golisopod in a specific way, and I set up Golisopod, and then I started being like, alright, well, I also need this thing. Put that on there. Alright, what am I not covering? While also, what do I need still, you know, like that kind of thing. And built around that. Then I also had Indy help me with the last couple Pokemon, because I just had no clue. Not a competitive master, you know. I'm not either. Never have been. I haven't ever been either. I think alchemy would count as white because it's white in basically all of them. Probably. Link actually says which forms of Pokemon are which colors. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, so Goldie in the Discord on like the announcement for the tournament, Wake posted a link that has like all the Pokemon in their Pokedex or all the Pokemon and what color is listed for them in the Pokedex, and those are the colors that we're officially using. So alchemy is listed in there, all of its different forms I guess are listed as well. You'll be, you will be available for competitive consultation. Hey, we just need like the competitive clinic chat or something. Granted, I don't think there's a reason to really break that out from Battle Tournament in any way. The color you chose is a small pool of Pokemon, and most you don't even like. Yeah. Or that viable, but as some meme Pokemon you wanted to use. Hey, that's respectable. The competitive therapist? I guess it'd just be like trainer, right? Ash has been trying to be a master for 22 years. It took him that long. He got it though. Alright, cool. Hit that dialogue box one too many times, but that's okay. Gotta calm your mind for the battle, so maybe a psychologist, maybe. Be the trainer, yes. I love it. Ash still needs to complete the national dex? Yeah, man, that needs to be what the series is from now on. No competitive Pokemon, just catching them. Only catching. Don't worry about the gyms or anything like that. Just catch the Pokemon. Almost tried running. This is not a Poochyena I can run from, but hey, this one will go down 2 hits. Nice. Our HP stat still isn't great, so it'll be interesting to see how we stack up compared to the defenses. This is true. It is like Pokemon Journeys now, and he's going around everywhere. Alright, cool. No nickname to it, so we will just speed on by. Ash can never compete with the completely national dex because he can't get a Raichu. He just has to catch a Raichu as a Raichu. He can't catch like a normal Pikachu. Otherwise his Pikachu would get jealous. Ah, dang it. Or a Dunsparce? Yeah, what's he caught then? For going around trying to complete the Pokedex, he's done a pretty bad job of it. I haven't caught up with Journey, so you have no idea. Alright, please, let's hope our speed's good. Okay, good. This bodes well for us compared to some of the Torchics we've gotten. Ah, dang it. Hopefully we have a good enough attack stat. Also, we hope we have a good enough attack stat to combat any low defense stats that we have on this one. Alright, we're almost... We've gotten to May at this point. Only watched the first episode. Yeah, I haven't watched any of it. Wasted his time with Tauros. How do you waste his time with it? Alright, let's go for, Alright. Okay. We're not gonna win this way. We might win with a crit. It's too far gone. Oh, well, maybe not. It's possible. I was gonna say, I think it was too far gone to growl and recover. So yeah, all right, but we might still get that. All right, we pulled it off. Nice. He doesn't have time for evolutions this gen. We've been through that too many times. No one's got time for that anymore. Got a Tauros and never even used it. That seems kind of like... That kind of seems like it explains his struggles with the Pokemon League over the past 2 decades. And the kid from Kanto doesn't even like use Tauros to its full ability. Like, come on, man. It's like one of your Pokemon. Very weak-minded. Only the strongest of wills can win the Pokemon League. I mean, to be fair, this is the kid who, like, overslept on the day he was supposed to get his first Pokemon, so... Ash got, like, 30 Tauros in the Safari Zone, and they're all at Oak's lab. He uses Tauros multiple times. We don't really have any way of knowing if it's the same one or if he picked up a random one. He says like a special Pokeball that randomly calls one of those. Yeah, I definitely feel like we're at this point, I could theoretically, I think, switch off the console. I don't think we actually have to complete this animation. I'm still not, like, risking that. But I feel like at this point we could shut off the console and restart. Like, I think the indication that it's done doing anything is as soon as this, like, Pokeball animation becomes, like, smooth, I think that's the point at which, like, everything's good, everything's done. But, you know, you don't know for sure. Yo, Michael, how's it going, man? Good luck, thank you! GameCube, yes. All the GameCube. Hard to feel like you've lost tons of brain cells. They're all just dying from the stupidity in the raid. Big of heart, dumb of ass. He's not the brightest, but he's got spirit. You gotta give him that. He's got the spirit. I didn't mean to do that, dang it. Restart. That's one thing I gotta get better at. I keep just spamming straight into that when I need to not. He's got the will, but he's pretty stupid. Like, he's trying really hard to make progress. It's just in the wrong direction sometimes. He's a little confused, but he's got spirit thing. All Pokemon that he hasn't given away are at Oak's lab. I think he has a huge field. Except the Alolamons. They stay in Alola, which is kind of weird. I mean... I guess Alola is so remote, maybe? This one's like, no, man. It's like, Ash, I can't keep any more of your stuff, man. You gotta handle this on your own. Yo, Sour Apples, how's it going, man? Still working on the Pokedex, and you're getting closer to 400. Yo, congrats. You're 240 of 400. Awesome, awesome. Using the front page thing on the Pokedex, it tells you where Pokemon are and what you need to catch. Hey, that works, man. It does a pretty good job of pointing you to the like best things to get next. It's the embodiment of there was an attempt. Dang. That's, like, brutal in the most... honestly, I don't even think that's in, like, a backhanded way. That's just brutal but honest. Like, dang. You regret not using it because if you didn't, wouldn't have taken you years to even get them. Oh, like you just now started using it. I mean, I mean, some people want to try to catch them on their own without the assistance, but yeah, it definitely helps like point you in the right direction. I loved having DexNav and ORAS, since that let you like see that there was something you were clearly missing in the area. Like, either there was, like, a grayed out spot, or there was just a very obviously Pokemon-sized hole in the picture on the bottom screen. That was really nice. I liked that. Last money you got was Vibrava because Trapinch would never spawn. That's the worst. Like, that's the worst, right? When you just need, like, one last Pokemon, and it's, like, a 1 to 5% encounter on a route, and it just won't show up. Like, no matter what you do, it just won't show up. For now, you're trying the Pikachu ripoff, aka Morpeko. I mean, yeah, there's a Pikachu clone like every gen. Morpeko is one of the better ones, I think. Sometimes have to be brutally honest. I like it, you know? It can be appreciated. You know, sometimes things just like have to be said in a way that's like very just blunt. Oh man, we almost had a two-shot Torchic here. We have 21 HP. Have we ever had 21 HP before, guys? Or is this a first that we've had 21? So that has to be like a perfect stat, right? Like, there's no other way to have it range that wildly. Like, from 19 to 21. That's not a lot, obviously. Like, this wild range and this wild difference. Yeah, there's not a lot of a range here. But, like, 10% differences overall in, like, HP? Yeah. That's pretty big. I don't think we've had a 21 HP before. Granted, our other stats can be total trash. Like, like that could easily be the case. Yeah, there definitely is a trope in a lot of that stuff. On Route 6, Trapinch is 5%, and you kept finding Axnews for an hour, also 5%, until you found a single Trapinch. Yeah, I've had that. I think Bound Sweet, 2 Bound Sweet for me, took hours to find despite being 40% encounters. Like, I just had the worst luck with that in Gen 7. It was terrible. But yeah, sometimes the RNG just is not in your favor on those. It happens. It happens, you know, sometimes you just gotta push through it. Oh no. Is this like a ridiculously bulky but ridiculously slow Torchic? Also, we totally just lost our HP advantage. Because I'm still gonna go and save in front of her here. Losing 3 HP doesn't sound like a lot, but that puts us below like the usual low one, right? Let's see how this goes. Is it weird how you're turning from a water user to a ghost user because you're like Trevenant, Gengar, Mandusnar, and several other ghost type Pokemon as well? Nah, not weird at all. Preferences change, you find new Pokemon that are your favorites. Oh, come on! Oh, come on. Alright, we're definitely just gonna, like, let Mudkip take us out here. Because it's gonna happen. Unless we crit here and Mudkip misses. Yeah, Mudkip has to miss, like, every single time. And I'm not gonna soft reset. I'm gonna... Actually, I am. my pride would be hurt too much if I lost. I'm just gonna walk back down towards the Pokemon Center. But, like, actually take up grass encounters here. Oh, come on. Now we're not gonna get anything? Alright. We gotta battle 2 Pokemon here. And level up. Because otherwise we're not beating May. It's just not happening. Even at full health, that same hit would have taken us out, I think. So we have to get Torchic up a level. And battling like 2 to 3 Zigzagoons is going to be faster than brute forcing May until we get like a good crit for us. Dusknoir is the one ghost Pokemon we love direly? Hey, that's nice, that's nice. Dusknoir's pretty cool. I think the gyms are biased in favor of the trainer because you can find the type that counters it right before the gyms. Example, Galar Mine, 2 before Kabu, and Eldegoss and Lombre before Nessa. Yeah, I mean, especially in the more recent Pokemon games, they want to make sure you have everything possible to take on the gyms. Like, look at, I guess, no, never mind, that's not really quite the case there. I was going to say Viridian Forest before Brock, but that doesn't really have grass types. It has bug types, and then in Let's Go it has a grass type in Bulbasaur. That's about it. Alright, so we gotta go heal, because at level 6, we're still gonna get wrecked if we are not at full HP or close to full HP. So we'll go ahead and heal here. This is making this a bit longer of an encounter. That's unfortunate, but it happens. It happens from time to time. We would still be battling Mudkip anyways, so I don't really consider this a waste of time. Today it took you 19,500 Pokédollars to get the TM from Goldenrod Department Raffle. It's a 10% chance and costs 300 to try. Dude. 65 tries. Yeah, odds of that happening, right? That's brutal, man. Sword and Shield is kind of biased. Oh, yeah. That's the thing people kind of criticize the games for, too. Is like the gym leaders, they don't have a lot of strong Pokemon, or like they don't have a lot of Pokemon in general. The games set you up, like you kind of point out, where it's like, alright, well, you get some... Yeah, you get some rock types before you go in to the fire type gym. You get some grass types before you go into the water type gym. Granted, they don't want to leave you out to dry, like in any of the games. Like, they're not going to, like, be, here's this battle. All of its Pokemon are super effective against literally everything you could have seen up to this point. That kind of defeats the purpose of the first gym. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, where it's like, and the games are absolutely biased towards the trainer. They want you to win. Named your Corviknight, for reasons. Found it. Nice little catchy name. I like to say it's your indeed your starter Corviknight. It is heavily highly leveled, so shiny hunting is so much easier. Nice. I've decided they do not like this spec, and you'll be going back to your old one. Hey, it's always worth a shot, though, right? Hey, there we go. We got Mudkip down. Omega Ruby only one time, only once you won a Master Ball on the lottery raffle thing. It's the luckiest you've ever been at gambling. Yeah. Yeah, those lottos in the games are pretty ridiculous. Or the raffles as well, yeah. Or I guess raffles aren't so bad, but the lottos are pretty rough. Like, they're almost as bad of odds as shiny hunting. Not sure if it's an X and Y, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, or both, but some if not all the gym leaders and Elite Four members only had 3 moves. I don't remember any only having 3 moves. I know like Sword and Shield was kind of criticized for. Sword and Shield was pretty heavily criticized for the fact that like by the end of the game, like once you're near the final gym leaders, you should be getting like full 6 Pokemon teams. It's one thing for like the first 2 gyms to have like 4 Pokemon or something, but when the first gym has 3 Pokemon, maybe you have to like, I guess Brock's that way, so I can't really criticize it too much, but like by the time you get to like the 4th or 5th gyms, you should start seeing full Pokemon teams. Only had 3 moves on the 3 moves on the Pokemon though is like ridiculous. Like, you have all the moves on there, even if one's just, like a reflect or something. Like, put them all on there. Gambling's still in the game with Rotom Lotto, but you don't have to pay for it, so it's, like, not the same thing in the eyes of anything legal. Once you EV train and evolve your Honedge, you will challenge Leon and have a sword fight. Nice. Brock has 2 Pokemon? Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he? That is a really good point. I think a lot of the Gen 1, or a lot of the people who say the newer gens are like so much easier. It's like it's true. There's no denying that the newer games are significantly easier than the old ones. A lot of it does come down to the fact that like most people who can compare them were much younger when they played them before. You pay with your time. This is true. Onyx and Bro, I forgot. Just a Geodude, I think. Yeah, Geodude. It's too early in the game for him to have anything else. I think you should start seeing full teams around the 6th gym leader. That's not a bad assumption. That's pretty fair. But I also think a little earlier wouldn't be bad. I'm on the side of Pokemon games could be a little bit more difficult. Granted, for me, it doesn't really affect 99% of the time I'm going to be playing a Pokemon game, if the story's difficult or not. I mostly care about, like, post-game content. If your shiny hunting methods are fun, you've got me. That's really all you need to do for me to be satisfied with the game, or with the Pokemon game, is give me a good shiny hunting method. Which, admittedly, is part of the reason why I kind of, like, stopped playing Sword and Shield a little bit for a while there. It just wasn't quite what the shiny hunting just wasn't keeping me sucked in like it should. Or at least like I felt like it should. It's easier because you now know how to strategize. Honestly, that's a large part of it, yeah. Like, genuinely, Fire Red, Leaf Green were almost unbeatable for me because I didn't understand typing. I didn't understand that there was a difference in typing. I didn't know what super effective or not very effective like truly meant. Stuff like that. Like, you just didn't know it as a kid. I remember, like, when Sun and Moon were the newest games, my little cousin got a 3DS and got a copy of Sun and played it a bunch, but, like, when I was like, I don't know what to do here, I'm like, it literally just told you what to do on the screen. It's like, did you read it? No. It's like, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of that. So, you know, when you play a game when you're 7 and then you play it again when you're, like, 20, yeah, there's gonna be a difference. It's gonna be a little bit easier. So, yeah, like, are they catering to that audience? To an extent, yeah. I mean, it's real. It's Pokemon. It's geared at everyone. Everyone. So, like, it has to be accessible for someone who can't, like, read all the way, right? Like, that's a part of it. Like, the games, I think, the games even, like, explicitly state, like, you need to, like, be able to read to play them properly, but, like, you can get away most of the time without it if you just kind of fudge around with stuff, right? You guys trying to trick me into thinking that the emojis aren't loading. I'm on to you guys. I think the most difficult XY gym leader for you personally was Wolfric. For him to be a Psychic type gym leader, and she would probably have Meowstic, Hatchrim, or Hatterene, Dwosian, or maybe something else. That'd be interesting to build a team around. Sword Shield gym leader, probably the fire one. He stomped you at first. Really? I guess I chose Scorbunny, so like I wasn't at a disadvantage against him. Nessa did do a good bit of damage to me the first time through. That Dreadnought was pretty brutal. I don't think I was set up very well for it. Don't forget the physical special split. Also, if you see your last comment about the XY gym leaders, undeniable proof that they're holding our hands now. He just looked it up. The XY gym leaders only one gym leader doesn't have at least one mon with only 3 moves. It's gym 7. Yeah, that's so strange, man. That's so strange that they would just not have that move. I mean, honestly, like, they'd probably just put a cheesy move in there anyways. If they just put a cheesy move in there, no one would have noticed. But, like, yeah, that's strange. Why? It's the gym leaders. They're supposed to be, like, the elite battlers. They should be difficult. They're, like, the points in the game where, like, you decide, where you, like, put up your skills again, right? Like, they should be difficult to an extent. You maybe shouldn't be getting crushed like 10 times over and have to go grind incessantly, but like, sweat a little bit. Make us sweat some. Raihan and Opal were kind of tough. Dragon leaders in general tend to be pretty difficult or pretty tough, and Opal being fairy type also makes her pretty difficult just because that's what things are. But yeah, the physical special split. Yeah, the physical special split just made more Pokemon viable. But that was a fix that needed to happen. Without the physical special split, you effectively just kind of made Pokemon like at least one stat on every single Pokemon completely useless, right? Like, if you're a Psychic and you are really only going to be taking Psychic stab moves, you don't care about your attack stat. It's a garbage stat. Like, you don't need it. If all your stab moves are gonna be the same type of attack, like, or the same type of damage, like, yeah, who cares about the other attack stat? I think G is for movies now that you think about it. Yeah. What's the rating before E? Isn't it like G or something? It's like CE or EC. Very few games end up in that category. If you're that low that you're able to pull a rating more like family friendly than E, you're probably just not getting rated by the ESRB because it doesn't matter. Like, at no point are you gonna boot up a game like Reader Rabbit or something, which I guess might be showing my age. I don't know if those are still games. But like, if you're gonna be booting up a Reader Rabbit, do you need to know that it's like an E-rated game? Not really. You know, like that kind of thing doesn't like really need the that doesn't really end up needing like it to be rated that way. So like a rating below E is kind of useless. Like if you're a preschool education game, you know that you're a preschool education game. I don't think anyone's expecting to buy a game for like early education and be concerned about like vehicular violence in the video game or anything, right? Like that's just not the case. Going for Reggie Chocolate, gave up on Dialga. Oh no, MT, I hope you're able to get the Reggie Chocolate and then get back to the Dialga, because you're gonna get it, man. I believe in you. You barely beat Raihan, he nearly swept you. I think the later Sword and Shield gym leaders, I think, did do a little bit to me, just because, like, I was rushing through the game at that point. Come on! Why is it critting? I need to be the one critting. Like, when I growl on it, why does it crit more? It's ridiculousness, is what it is. Educational games don't need to be sent to the ESRB. Yeah, I mean, like, technically no games have to. The ESRB isn't, like, a national organization that's, like, mandated to be on games. It's just, like, they have so much power because, like, a store like Walmart won't sell a game that's not ESRB rated. Or a GameStop won't sell a game that's not ESRB rated. You know, so like, they all do it so they can be sold in those stores, and then so many games are rated like that so that like they won't be sold in stores that don't only sell those games. You know, that whole kind of deal. Crit. It is indeed the crit. Elmo and Friends the Purge. There we go. That's the crit in the right direction. The main reason Opal is hard for you is because you kept getting your questions wrong. Oh, yeah. So your stats get changed. Yeah, that's rough. It's definitely necessary when you say the physical special split I was talking about for little kids. Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like if a kid, like, doesn't understand the physical special split, they probably didn't understand that level of stats anyways. This is coming from a kid who didn't understand those stats. You know, I was always confused as to why my Blastoise was losing so hard to, like, Venusaur or anything like that. You know, I just had no clue as a kid. I was always frustrated that my moves were getting listed as, it's super effective, and then still did no damage. Because it was a terrible move. I still had Bubble or something on my Blastoise at that point in the Elite Four. Like, it was gonna do nothing. I was like, what's it? But I was like, it said it was super effective, but like it did nothing on the bar. That's not effective. Remember, Dark type has been around since Gen 2, and Fairy type has had twice as many gym leaders. I feel like the Game Freaks putting the Dark type to the side a lot. I mean, that's a fair thing to point out. I don't know how many like Dark type Pokemon they really have. Like, there's definitely a good number of Dark type Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like a lot of the Pokemon that they would make gym teams out of don't cross over with what a lot of Dark types are. Like, look at something like, I don't think you would see a Poochyena or a Mightyena in a gym, if I'm being honest. So like, that's the main one that comes to my head. An Absol would make sense in a gym for sure. But yeah, you just end up in that kind of situation a little bit. Why do games and movies use different rating systems? E to E10+, T and M for games, and G, PG, PG-13, and R for movies. Because their rating systems came around at different times. Because both of them ended up coming up because of just like groups of people who were upset about the content of something. When it's like the answer is you should care about what you're like letting your kids watch or play. Like, research it before you let them buy it kind of deal, but, you know, whatever. But it was because it was two different groups at two different times. Effectively, I think it's because, like, the movie rating system, I'm pretty sure, came around as, like, movies self-regulating very quickly to prevent any kind of issues, where games, it was, like, it went to court over several different games coming up, and then they put the system in place, but either way, those ratings are managed by, like, private groups. They're not, like, government ratings or anything. At least not the US ones. At least not ESRB. I think some other places might use different ratings that are actually, like, government-based. I don't know what PEGI is. I don't know if PEGI's, like, a government thing, or if that's, like, handled by, like, a private kind of company again. Alright, we've done 5 encounters today at exactly an hour in. Sword and Shield also had our first Dark-type gym leader. They did some good things. Both used versions of Platinums and Soul Silver. Both the used versions of Platinum and Soul Silver that you bought were saved to just before the champion battle. Those kids, whoever they must have been, have given up. Yeah, right? Right? Honestly, if I find my Fire Red copy somewhere, it's gonna be right in front of the Elite. It's gonna be right in front of the Elite Four. I guarantee it. It's gonna be where it is, and I'm gonna look at the team and go, no, duh, you lost here. Like, you still have like a level 4 Caterpie on this team, and like all of your Pokemon are weak to Ice. You're gonna die to Lorelei. No, duh. Sushi made a Hammerlock. You're so mad because everything you said was true. This thing passed our NC-17. Yeah, but like no movie would go to that. Putting that rating on your movie is just a death sentence to the movie. Because you end up in a situation where, like, most movie theaters just straight up won't air it. It's the same kind of deal with, like, an AO rating on video games. Like, you can almost get away with it more now that most games are sold online. But, like, back in the mid-2000s or, like, early 2000s, when, like, the rating system was solidly in place, but at the same time you were in this situation of, like, having to go to the store to buy the games or go to a Blockbuster to rent them or something like that, like, none of them would carry an AO game. So you're just kind of, like, stuck in this situation of, like, oh, I can't... If you rate your game that, you can't sell it anymore, so no one's going to buy it. So no one's going to buy your game, but at the same time, you're going to get all the bad press of being someone who made an NC-17 movie or made an AO game. So, like, it's a lose-lose on both fronts. So just accept that your game or your movie won't be like that and tone it down to meet M or R. You rarely see AO games. Yeah, because, I mean, people wouldn't release them as AO back in the day. And then, when everything went online, like, you don't have to have an ESRB rating to be on online retailers most of the time. At least, like, on, like, online distribution platform. Like, the only time I've seen ratings on games on, like, Steam is if they just have, like, their generic, like, trailer posted and they're a cross-platform title. Like, nothing else I've seen really puts the rating there, so it could be whatever. They don't care. That's why it's different now. NVTAA use is when inappropriate things are happening. They don't know the actual rating. Yeah. Like when they want to like show a trailer, so it's like, hey, this movie's not going to be for everyone. Yeah, there's not very many. Yeah, exactly. Like no game wanted to be rated at AO, unless they purely did it for like shock factor. I mean, something like, what was that super ridiculously controversial game? It was like Hatred back in like 2012 to 2014-ish. That just the entire idea of it was just to be promotion through the controversy stirred up by how like horrific and grotesque the game was, right? Like that's the kind of game that wants to rate itself and get the ESRB to rate it AO. But for the most part, games don't care. And like even in that case, like when it didn't matter anymore, it was going to release on like Steam. No one cared. They just wanted the AO rating. They got it, and that brought the publicity that pushed Steam to not put it on the platform until they toned it down. It's like getting that rating, even when it doesn't matter anymore, is just like a death sentence to the game. So they just don't rate them. If you don't care, and all you have to do is put an age gate up, an age gate question on Steam for your game, then who cares? Just don't rate them anymore. I feel like we'll see that system largely go away in the coming, like, decade or so. Just as online platforms, like, phase it out effectively. Manhunt 2, oh, is that what it was? And how's it going again, Michael? Alright, let's go into this battle, guys. We got this. This is gonna be the shiny encounter, though. Now that we've been talking about all this random off-topic stuff. For the dumbest reason, Vanillix, but yes, GTA San Andreas did get bumped to AO. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. It was a dumb reason. Basically, with that game, there was a scene or like a mini. There was like a side quest or like scene or I don't even really know. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention when learning about it. I just know it's a thing. There was content that was not intended to remain, that was cut from the game early on, left in the game's code, that you could access through, like, mods. Like, on PC, you could access it through, like, mods. That was the only way to access it, was, like, a modded save file or something. Or modded consoles. But there was a scene that was too much to be M in the game's code still. Not accessible in normal play by any means. And because that code was there, they re-rated it AO because hackers, like, modded the game to use that code. It was dumb. It's dumb that that's what made it re-rated, but because that code was accessible in versions of the game, the whole game got re-rated to that. So yes. Yeah, they patched it. But yeah, there are certain copies of the game out there that have that content left, like, in the code. And that was the, like, problem. An enemy spotted. Don't hurt yourself, kid. Alright, let's save. We really are getting these encounters down to be a lot faster. We've definitely learned the ways of the Mudkip fight, I think. I think that's been a big part of it. And there's not a lot of menuing to do. That isn't just spamming buttons as fast as possible. Just gotta know which button to spam. Alright, transmission error. Alright, we're gonna go back through this. This happens every once in a while. This isn't a big deal. There we go. So now I can run it again. Anemone spotted. The voice crack? Did I have one? I had one, didn't I? Alright, let's see. I don't think the transfer would have happened this time, just because we got, like, no text for that. I think the last time, the time it crashed out and it still gave it to us was... I'm trying to think. I think that was a time where it crashed, like, here. So it had started the process and then it crashed out. So I'm pretty sure, I'm actually going to try it. If I turn that off there and turn it back on, that animation's just still going. It doesn't care. Did we find even more speed up, guys? Yeah, I think we genuinely did find another way to speed it up. I think you definitely can do it that way. That actually really speeds that up. I think we've been talking about how much that animation slows it down. Yeah, if you can cut the power as soon as that Jirachi, like, video starts playing, that's actually kind of nice. Speedrun strats confirmed. Yee. Yee. No, yeah, that's actually really nice. I don't think we're going to be getting to 12 encounters per stream off of that, but it does help significantly. I think we're cutting like a minute off each encounter. Well, actually, that probably does mean we have enough time for a 12th. If we've genuinely got them down, knocked off a second with this strat. That was actually a pretty big, that's actually a pretty big time save. It's weird. It's suddenly we're talking in like speedrun terms. But genuinely, the more efficient we can make this hunt, the better. And honestly, I think the worst that could happen with this is that Jirachi, like, half corrupts the save. It rolls back to a previous save state, which would just still be the save state in front of the thing. Hope the Jirachi shines real soon. Yeah, Peter, right? Jirachi percent needs to exist. I mean, we've gotten the time down pretty far, I would say. If I can get my, like, D-pad under control. No, I mean, generally, like, the one I think I mentioned, the, like, or that Michael said was, like, Manhunt, is, like, purely off violence. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to get there off of violence alone, but if you're, like, that ridiculously excessive, it can kind of, like, the point where it's, like, a disturbing kind of thing, where it's like, yeah, that's a little much. That's when it can hit that point. Pokemon is about enslaving animals to fight for money, fame, and glory. But it's not disturbing that you do that. Just don't describe it that way and it's all good. It actually is. They've just always turned their rating sideways. So the M looks like an E. Alright. A 2-turn Poochyena fight's pretty good for us. 20 HP. We're set up okay. I'd be concerned about the speed stats on this one. The speed stats might ruin our speed strat. But yeah, I feel like we should be okay here. Just so long as we don't have issues with the speed against Mudkip, I think we'll be okay. Were originally intended to be T. I mean, they don't really have any kind of content in them that would put it there. I guess depending on like the level of detail in the animations, but I think that's also changed a little bit with time. Just for one, I think people have kind of backed off a little bit on what they rate games, as well as at this point, like, graphics are so good that something that's super pixelated can get away with a little bit more. Tone the game down a lot so they can cater to everyone. I think it was the good call. As much as everyone today calls the games out for, like, pandering to, like, the kid players too much, it's like, no, that makes sense. It's probably for the best. More people got into it that way. I had never heard that before. I'd have to look into it to be sure. RIP Game Corner. So sad that that had to go away. I almost restarted the system there, which would have been dumb. Alright, we're good. Assuming no crits from Mudkip, we're good. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Good, good. We're good. We got this. First try. Oh, we got a crit at the end. Nice. Yeah, we've definitely sped up these encounters, and Edward, welcome to the stream, man. Good luck, it's a crazy hunt. It really is, it really is. I'm excited to do it, though. Yeah, we've been doing it for like a couple weeks now. We're only at 118 encounters. It's what this hunt can be, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Jirachi is like a top Pokemon for me, so the idea of being able to shiny hunt one is really great. We've been managing to speed up the hunt a little bit, but we're still talking like 7 to 10 minutes per encounter, which is crazy compared to most hunts nowadays, especially given the 1 in 7,200 odds. But it'll be worth it in the end. When we get it, it'll be absolutely worth it. I didn't mean to hit that. I keep hitting A one too many times there. So, alright. There we go. I just turned off the wrong GameCube, guys. So much for speedrun. It's like something feels off about this, but oh well. Hit the wrong GameCube, so I'll get this back up. And we gotta run through this. I'm gonna leave this on so we have some music, because otherwise we don't have any music. Sorry, let's get this just run through here. One more dialogue box. Boom. There we go. There we go. $100% worth it. Yeah, man. It'll be so cool to have this thing. We're definitely doing other hunts in the meantime. We've got like our Dynamax stuff that we do and everything, and I'm probably gonna do a couple like soft reset hunts for starters and stuff in the middle of all this, but doing the Jirachi, alright. Cool. We might waste a little bit of time on one of these encounters seeing how close we can get it, but I'm pretty sure as soon as the Pokeball starts moving smoothly, all the data transfers happen and it's just purely an animation at that point. That definitely appears to be the case. It may be faster, but Nature's could be a bad thing too. I know you're looking up Torchic, Trico, and Mudkip. I think Trico is better starter for the Jirachi hunt. He knows Leer that lowers the Torchic's defense on his higher base speed stat. Maybe faster, but the Nature's could be a bad thing too. I mean, part of what I'm doing is Torchic requires one less button press. that is a thing that I am actually kind of considering here. Torchic genuinely is one less button press. Another thing to take into consideration is I have a shiny Trico. I don't have a shiny Torchic, so we're effectively doing a second shiny hunt through this. So that's part of what's happening here. But yeah. It all makes sense. 2 minus Jirachi in a row. What nature would you prefer? Jolly? I just prefer a shiny one. I don't have a preference in terms of which one it is, if I'm being honest. I think nowadays Brawl would probably be E10+, because the main reason it was T was because Solid Snake was holding a gun in a kid's game, and I was bumped it up to T. I think there's other reasons. I mean, I think it's probably just because it's a fighting game at that level that then adds in the gun. But yeah, nowadays, like, I don't think it would be quite as big of a deal. I think Nintendo would kind of have the push to be like, just not. Like, just let this be E. We all know what this is doing, but yeah. Ultimately, how much do those ratings really even matter at this point? Like, so much for the speed strats. Yeah, with the console restarting. That was unfortunate, but we're good now. I mean, they still make them, yeah, but like, it's also that situation where it's like it's a Nintendo game. If it's a Nintendo game and it's rated T and it's like Smash, like enough people know what it is. Like, it doesn't. The ratings don't affect the games as much as they would before, right? Like, people know the games, the internet talks about them. Like, you don't need to be like a certain rating for certain magazines to talk about your game and everything. Like, that's just not a thing anymore. Shadow the Hedgehog, which was Sonic with guns, was 10+ in the UK and 12+ in the UK. Gotta go, just subbed though. See you next time. Good luck. Thank you, Edward. Best of luck. Hope the rest of your day goes well. And yeah, hope to see you again soon. Alright, there we go. Shadow the Hedgehog was a weird game. I've never been able to really follow the Sonic franchise, I'll be honest. For one, I never actually really got into Sonic games, like classic Sonic platforming. Or like classic Sonic platformers. I don't know why I said it so weird before. But like I just never got into the original Sonic formula. It never really hooked me. And then all the 3D games were so clunky and confused that like even as someone who wasn't into like classic Sonic, I just didn't get them. It just never clicked with me, and then like all I've seen is that Sonic like flounders, is on the verge of becoming a completely dead franchise. Then they put out one banger of a game. Everyone gains their trust and respect back for all the games that came out in the past, like Dark Era, suddenly aren't quite as bad as they were. They're still a joke, but they weren't quite as bad. But hey, I mean, we got this new game that's really nice as well. And then Sonic's revived again for another, like, 5 years. They'll release, like, 2 or 3 more games that are really crummy, and then they'll have another, like, golden hit, and the cycle just continues. You were once in line to buy Sims 2 when you were young, but it was 14 plus. The cashier said you can't buy it without an adult. So the guy behind you says, I'll be his adult, and he'll let you buy it. Yeah, right? Like, that's a genuine thing. I remember I got Halo 3 ODST from a GameStop by me one time with like some Christmas money. I think at that point I was in 9th or 10th grade, and so I was like 14-ish, buying an M game, and I was at the mall. We were meeting up with family, and like my uncle and I had walked into that store, and I was like, oh yeah, I want this. Oh no, that's actually rough. Well, we gotta go back now. There's no way I survived that battle at all. But like, I was in the game, so I'm like, is he allowed? Like, they looked at my uncle and was, is it okay if he buys this? Because I was clearly not 18. He's like, would your mom be okay with you buying that? And I went, yes. He said yes to them, and they let me buy it. It's like, clearly this man does not know if I'm allowed to buy it. He has proven to not be my parent. Like, like, come on. Like, they don't care. Because also it's Halo. Halo, honestly, is one of the games that has had, like, the least issues, I feel. Like Sonic's games back then, but not, you weren't a huge fan. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, or Shadow the Hedgehog, you can never figure out how to continue the story, always went the full neutral route, and never got the Dark Hero route. See, games with, like an ending and then a true ending are games I'd always, like, suffer with. Because... or not suffer, but I would just not get the proper experience, because I wouldn't know that there's another ending. Like, how was I, as like a kid with like limited internet access at the time, gonna know that this game has an alternate ending, you know? So there are probably plenty of games that I played that, like, I didn't actually beat because I beat like the wrong ending. Halo barely gets the M rating. I mean, it's an FPS game with like visual blood. It's generally it is alien blue blood, so apparently Infinite will be M. I mean, most of the other ones have been M. Wasn't 5 T? 5 was T or something, but 5 was, from everything I could tell, 5 was a disappointment. Alright, this one should be okay, as long as Mudkip never outspeeds us. But it can crit us, that, you know, that helps. Crit, 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 nope. Yeah. That would have been a fine fight if it hadn't crit us. 5 was C, yeah, that's strange. Yeah, I think, like, the most I was ever regulated on, like, buying a game, like, based off the ratings, wasn't my parent, it was me. As, like, a small child, I felt so guilty playing a game that was, like, rated above E, because the rules were, a game E10 plus is for kids 10 and older. I was 8. It's like, in my mom, like, I can't play this, it's against the rules. I'd feel bad. My mom would be like, Ian, like, just play this game. Just play, it was like Midnight Club, so like, just play the game. It's a racing game. I don't care. So yeah, like, it wasn't even my parents that were like, regulating the games I played. It was me. Multiplayer was a copy of Call of Duty. A lot of games are... Stop critting, Mudkip! You are useless. Why is, like, we'd be fine. We would win this fight. I'm just resetting. I'm not even beating it. Like, we would win this fight if it wasn't for the crits. But this Mudkip will crit. Almost guaranteed it'll crit this battle too. I don't know why. I do not believe the idea that it's a random 1 in 16. Nah. Nah. It can crit. Like, it's just some other stat thing. Yeah, the campaign was trash. That's what I heard. The campaign was terrible and it wasn't proper multiplayer. An upstanding citizen. Alright, so I'm gonna growl. Hopefully I can get a little bit of a lead on it here. But it won't matter that I growled because it's gonna crit. You know, that's just how it's gonna be. We're gonna get it almost way there, and then it's gonna crit, and it's gonna be just far enough ahead of us that it doesn't matter. Mudkip ain't useless. This one is. This one is. This specific one. Other May Mudkips are fine. This one, though, is only a roadblock. Hey, Chicken Nugget, welcome to the stream. This is the first video you've seen of me. Well, welcome. I'm glad my first impression is me ranting about a Mudkip critting on me a couple times. But hope you're doing well, Chicken Nugget. Hope you've been having a good day. Mindless Enigma. I stream shiny hunting. Today we're working on our Jirachi hunt, which is a bit different of a shiny hunt compared to most. You have to play through a good chunk of the start of the game to hunt it, so that's what we're doing. You want a chicken nugget? Chicken nuggets are good. You snuck around and played them, but you didn't get your first one. Like, the first one you're allowed to play. I think the first one I played was Halo 2. My dad bought it from, like, a... He had to, like, fly out to Microsoft at one point, like, for work stuff, and they had, like, the Microsoft store there, and he bought Halo 2 from there. So that's where I first played it. That's the first M game I played, was my dad's copy of Halo 2. Pick a top 10 Pokemon I hate. It's just 10 different iterations of this Mudkip. Playing Gale of Darkness? Nice, nice. How's that going, man? Alright, let's save. And once we save, we can collect this Jirachi. What's my least favorite mythical? I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna have no bearing on if I actually like it or not, because the problem is for me, least favorite, it's not like a hated one. I don't hate any of the mythicals. It would probably be something like Victini, just because my favorites are things like Jirachi, which I have a bit more of like a history and an experience with. I didn't play a lot of Gen 5 because I just didn't have a DS at the time. So in that case, like, I wouldn't really say... Alright. As soon as this video starts playing, I'll restart the system. We're gonna see if that worked. So, like, it's not that I dislike Victini or anything, it's just... I don't have a lot of experiences with it. The only thing I know is that it's like a Pokemon that's really just difficult to like get a copy of now, which is gonna just be frustrating for completing a dex. So like I'd say something like that, but I mean nothing negative towards it in any way. It's just when you compare it with something like Jirachi or Celebi or Manaphy, like I just have more attachment to those. Alright, so yeah, that definitely is a strategy that's working for us. So when those kids on Xbox say that they can get you banned because their dad works for Microsoft, you could have said that for real. Yeah, man. You're playing through the game until you get to Pokespots. Want a shiny hunt in this game? Dude, that'd be awesome. I know it's like Coliseum hunts are crazy. And like XD. The like true GameCube hunts are crazy. So best of luck with those. And I'll counteract me answering the least favorite, but I'll say my favorite mythical is Jirachi, which is why I'm so extra excited for this hunt. It's just always been like a dream. For one to have one. I never had a Jirachi as a kid. So in general, I'm just excited to have a Jirachi. I'm just excited to be here. No, I'm excited just to have the Jirachi in general. And going for a shiny one's just icing on the cake. Shaman's your favorite mythical. Good choice. Very good choice. Favorite's Deoxys. Second favorite would be Volcanion. Deoxys is another good choice, man. I respect it. Alright, let's get this set. Least favorite's Volcanion, okay. Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna have, like, favorites and least favorites here, and they're gonna overlap in different ways. But that's what's great about Pokemon, there's so many. There's so many to choose from, and, you know, everyone can have their own favorites and everything. Favorite mythical is a Torchic that doesn't get crit. Man, I really wish those did exist. That's such a myth, though. Favorite might be Deoxys. The Deoxys movie made it your favorite movie of all time. Nice. Also a good choice. Yeah, Jirachi, like, ever since that movie, I remember watching the movie, like, on Cartoon Network as a kid. I don't remember if I even saw it all the way through. I just have, like, a very vague memory of that movie being on, like, on the TV in the basement while I was just, like, playing around. And, like, that was just on there. I remember that. And, like, just in general, Jirachi always looked really cool to me, and, like, it was that rare mythical Pokemon, so I was... So much of, like, childhood Ian is just being, like, satisfied by this hunt. Volcanion was forgettable. I'll be honest, I kind of forget about it, too. Because, again, it was one of those ones that just kind of happened while I wasn't paying attention to Pokemon. I think that happened with a lot of them, too. Like, you know, everyone kind of has that situation where, like, things, like, the versions of stuff that was around when you got into something are the ones that are, like, have always been. And then anything that's happened after that is, like, new and weird or just different. Gen 3 and earlier is just, like, classic Pokemon to me. Every Pokemon in those sets is, like, so much 100% a Pokemon. Especially the Gen 3 stuff, because that's what was being promoted when I was getting into the series. So stuff like Jirachi. Jirachi's just the mythical Pokemon to me. I know Mew is more of that, but, like, Jirachi is the mythical Pokemon for me. If you could have one Pokemon in real life, who would it be? You would choose Centiskorch. Good choice. I would choose Rowlet. Hands down. Rowlet's my favorite Pokemon of all time. You'd want a Bayleaf in real life? That'd be pretty cool. Really, any Pokemon in real life would be cool. Even the ones that just would be like, I have a Pidgey, I have a bird, or, you know, like, I have a dog, I have a little pup. You know, like, even those would be really cool. Jirachi's pretty wild. Jirachi is just, I love it. The fact that this hunt is as ridiculous as it is, too, is really nice. Everything about this is great. You love Rowlet. Yes. You have good choice in Pokemon. Would choose a Persian, so you can spam Payday on Alakazam, because it's a genius and can teleport you places. Good choice. Yeah, just spam Payday. Like, that's your job from now on. It's just making Persian use Payday. Don't get a Mad Cargo in real life. That one might be a little bit inconvenient. Having things around you just kind of light on fire. A lot of fire types would probably be pretty cumbersome to deal with in day-to-day life. We're gonna have to rerun this with, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to rerun this with a growl. I think we'll be okay then, but yeah. Want a Corvus Squire or Corviknight Knight in real life? Those would be cool. Yeah, I definitely think the one thing is, like, just don't get a fire type, because that would be awkward when you have to explain, like, all the char marks on your furniture, or just in general, like, trying to get, like, homeowner's insurance or something, when it's like, I have this, it's like, do you have any pets? It's like, yeah, this, like, fire lizard, and it's like, fire lizard, you mean, like, that's, like, some weird, like, type of lizard that just, like, looks like, right? No, it's like, its tail's on fire all the time. Can you put it out? No, if you do, it dies. It's a whole thing. You know, like, that would be, oh, come on, Mudkip, that's a little rude, don't you think? Why? Why does it crit so often? It doesn't need to. And then I don't crit, come on. One more try on this, and then I just go level up and wipe the floor with this Mudkip like it's a mop. You choose Lapras. Oh yeah, because you chose Centiskorch. Yeah, like that. Like, yeah, I mean, Centiskorch would be a cool Pokemon to have. It would just be like, it would have to be very mindful of its own fire, right? But Lapras is cool. It's a good second choice. Cargo's Pokedex entry says it's hotter than the sun. Yeah, that would combust the air around you. When it comes to the Pokeball, it blows up everything on Earth. Yeah. I'm really nervous here, guys. I would not be surprised if this Mudkip crits on us right here. Oh man, come on. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness we made it through. So close. But we got it. Really want Corviknight in real life? The big steel bird would be pretty cool. I definitely want to Rowlet. Just like so round and fluffy and adorable. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. Boom, there we go. Go ahead and save. Your third choice is Spheal. It's a good top 3. I like it. Alright, so I'm gonna restart it a little bit earlier this time. I've been waiting for the Jirachi like video to play, but I'm wondering if it'll work as soon as that, like I said, as soon as that Pokeball stops like turning slowly. I'm wondering. The only reason I haven't, yeah, because it went through the video, so I think it's once it starts doing the video, it's not checking anymore. It doesn't care. First real battle, pray you don't die and spam scratch. Nothing else matters. Yeah, right. Alright, so let's check. Yeah, that works. That's actually pretty cool. And we did get timid this time. I know it was noticed that we got the same nature both times before. So it's nice to know that, like, for sure this isn't, like, giving us the same mon over and over again, because that would be a little awkward. Alright, let's see if we can't get 2 more encounters in here. Now that we know that we got a little bit more speed to it, speed strats. Heck yeah. The more we do this hunt, the more we learn about it, guys. That's pretty awesome. Alright, then continue to spam. Trying to spam through this while also taking a sip. Alright guys, I have a question. I have a question here. I might also post a poll about it. Maybe based off of answers here on YouTube. But I have a question. What would you guys want to see as a third, like, hunt to be added in during the week? Alongside Jirachi, which isn't stopping at all. We've just figured out a way to make it go even faster than previously. So I'd like to keep that going. So we've got Jirachi. We've got, so right now we have Jirachi and we have the Dynamax hunts. What is, like, a third kind of hunt you would like to see interspersed, like, in the middle of these as well? Like, rotated in and out. Kind of like a hunt on each day of the week or something, right? Like, what would you guys kind of want to see with that? Because, for me, I think the things that are coming to my head are hunts that we haven't finished, but are still, like, out there to be done. I think Ghastly's one of them with SOS. Ralts. We haven't finished Ralts. The second hunt on this channel. Or the third hunt on this channel. Still not finished. So we have, like, we have the Ralts. We have that Ghastly. We have Whismer. Whismer's another hunt we haven't finished. So yeah, out of all of our unfinished hunts, I guess, what would you guys want to see? Did I watch the latest episode of Falcon Winter Soldier? I have not one. I have not. I need to. I need to before Friday. As much as you love mythical Pokemon, don't understand why you would want to pay money for one. Well, what do you mean by paying the money for it? You want Marshadow. Marshadow's pretty cool. And yo, Puffin, how's it going? I got 3 of these Wishmaker shiny Jirachis last night. The luck, man. The luck. But how you doing, Puffin? Wake says Ralts. Juan says Oras. Dexnath. Ooh, true. We can do Ralts that way. That'd be fun. I've been trying to work on getting my shiny charm in that game, but man, that national dex takes forever. A few SOS hunts. Yeah, yeah. We have a Ghastly hunt that we haven't finished up from, like, Halloween 2019. Which goes to show how long that's been. So we have that Ghastly hunt. In general, yeah, just doing some SOS hunts, honestly, would be really fun. Might just make, like, a day of the week SOS hunts and just start trying to knock them out during that. Have, like, certain days be locked to certain hunts. Things like the Dynamax. Jirachi almost certainly is going to get its own spot for months, if not years. But then hunts that are more likely to rotate in and out quickly, we can kind of put in on other days. That'd be pretty fun. I think that might be the best way to go about it. Always and forever down for the SOS nostalgia. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Doing SOS Ghastly, you'll get that easily. Yeah, so I think that seems to be the consensus here. Take it back, you want to see Ralts, but an Oras Ralts. That SOS 8-year Lepa, right? Yeah, Ghastly was rough, especially doing Ghastly the way that I always have done SOS hunting, which is rotating out the chaining Pokemon every 10 encounters. Ghastly tore through my moves with that. So many Leppa berries. So really, what I probably need to do is make sure like I'm fully stocked with 999 Leppa berries before going back into that, because that one was rough. It's hard to keep the chain with that. Earlier today, you got to the 8th gym in Sword and a Nuzlocke and died. Oh no, that's so far. Props for making it that far with it though. I've never been that successful with a Nuzlocke. Back, you stepped on a charger and need to get a bandage. Ouch. Hopefully your foot's okay. 'Cause yeah, that's gotta hurt. Alright, let's hope this hunt goes quickly this time. Or this battle, not this hunt. Use a Magic Bounce Pokemon to hunt Ghastly. Ooh. Yeah, I need to look up a better setup for it, because I didn't put a lot of effort into setting up for it last time. Just because I think it came out of nowhere. You guys choosing Ghastly. I was really hoping for another one of the things I think I put in the poll for it. But then I think everyone went with Ghastly. But since, if I know I'm prepping for that, yeah, I can probably, I can honestly probably get that team together tonight and get Ghastly into the schedule for this week. Stepping on a charger is the definition of pain. Yeah, no, I just, like, even thinking about that's, Ghastly's Spite was terrible. Just tore through the PP, right? Yeah, like, oh, no, it's half gone. You're just out of it now. Having to use a Leppa berry, like, every other turn. Yep. But honestly, I really enjoy the difficult SOS hunts. The ones where you really have to think up like what your team needs to be for it, and you can't just go in with a generic set. Like most of the SOS hunts I've done, I'd say 75%, if not more of them. So we're talking like 150 plus SOS hunts I've done. I've just gone into the hunt with a Decidueye that knows Leaf Blade and False Swipe, and that's all you need to do. You just need a Ghost type holding leftovers in your set. The only ones that I generally had like, and generally the way to get around like a lot of the like tricky ones is just have a Smeargle that you have False Swipe, Foresight, and like maybe one other move like Aerial Ace or something on it to get through everything. But things that have like slightly weird setups that make it an easy hunt, but you had to think of the setup are really cool. Like Roggenrola was a fun one because there was like this aha moment of remembering, oh yeah, spikes. Spikes will counteract Sturdy for you. Like just drop spikes down at the start. Everyone that drops in loses a little bit of health right off the bat, and voila, you can just hunt away. No Sturdy to deal with, nothing like that. New move, I spit on you. Inflicts toxic damage. Speaking of Nuzlocke, you sweeped Roxanne and rescued Pico with 0 casualties. Hey, that's awesome, Wake. Alright. As much as that still makes me nervous every time, we've confirmed that works. It feels a little cheaty, though, not gonna lie. But speed strats, we've sped up this encounter incredibly. Called Trapinch, the Heartbeat SOS hunt. Have that one down to a science. Ask me sometime. Specific level with a specific gamble, but it's fun. Yeah, man. Yeah, like it's generally I prefer avoiding the gamble of like it going away, but you know sometimes having had a hunt that's like rough like that and like will knock you out of it a couple times, it makes it more satisfying when you get it, man. Alright, we got time. We can actually hit the 11th encounter today, too. That's awesome. All because we figured out that trick that saves us like a minute per encounter, almost. That's an insane amount of stuff. If you interrupt the Trapinch battle in SOS with using something, Arena Trap can get you in trouble if it uses it a lot. Yeah. I didn't mean to hit that on that. Oh well, that'll just sit on that screen for this encounter. Yeah, what was the one? I tried to do an Abra SOS. I tried to figure out how to set that up, but man, I could not do that with, one of the limitations I kind of have imposed on myself is if I'm hunting it in my copy of Sun, since that copy, like, predates me streaming by a long shot, all the Pokemon I use in that game to hunt Pokemon have to be from that game or from my save on Pokemon Moon. So like no trading up from Oras or anything like that. So I basically limited myself to just a Alola Pokemon. So I couldn't set up like a Harvest Leopardberry, Trevenant or anything in that. Which made Abra impossible. Abra's 100% impossible to SOS just because its call rate is so low that unless you get lucky and have a 100% success rate on the call-ins, Abra's just going to run out of teleport and struggle to death. That's what I ran into. That was the issue I ran into, so I just ended up Masuda methoding the Abras I hunted for. Your Decidueye has Synthesis, Leaf Blade, False Swipe, and Spirit Shackle for SOS hunting. Yeah. Most useful Pokemon in your game. Yeah, man. I think I have Foresight on my Decidueye. I don't quite remember. I should remember. I have like over 1,000 hours in that game of just staring at Decidueye's moveset through SOS hunting, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I know it has False Swipe, Spirit Shackle, and Leaf Blade. No really good way to set up a Dedenne SOS as well, and a slick way to get around Zorwa's ability for Harvest and Skill Swap. Nice. It's so much fun thinking of the ways to, like, counteract some of these things. A lot of them can be cheesed with, like, a Smeargle, because you can just set up the Smeargle with the right moves, as long as you're not relying on a Pokemon's abilities. But yeah, SOS is hands down my favorite shiny hunting method. Just because you have this strategy of thinking up your team beforehand, and then there's constantly action. You know, you're constantly battling, you're not just standing around at all. Yeah, I really enjoy SOS hunting, so I think everyone's in agreement that we do some SOS hunts. So yeah, we can do that. I'd like to put the DexNav Ralts up on channel again. Been researching for 3 years, though. That's why you love SOS. It's different every time. Yeah, yeah. Like, you have the generic ones, but at this point, I've run out of the generic ones. I think I've pretty much done every single one of those I can do in my copy of Sun. Use some, there's probably still some, but after, like, 185 SOS hunts in Sun, I've pretty much done everything that's generic, and now you're dealing with things that no teleport, or they paralyze you constantly, or it's ghastly and it curses you, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to figure out how to pull that hunt off. Everyone was burned by Castform one way or another. Man, yeah. Yeah, I haven't been brave enough to like do those SOS hunts where it's like, yeah, you need it to be a certain like Pokemon called in alongside something else. Nah. I got lucky and I got a Happiny one time. I haven't gone for any more. Or no, I don't think I needed to. I think I just went for Chanseys. The Smeargle with Mean Look, False Swipe, Bullet Punch, and Trick partnered with another Smeargle with Taunt, Heal Pulse, and Trevenant. Is that just like your do-it-all SOS team? Because that way, yeah, that way you've locked everything in and you move first every time. Or almost every time. Dang, almost made it through the grass. Thinking about doing a dual Lush Jungle Steenie hunt. 80% Steenie, 20% one of the Jungle Apes for each copy of Usum. And it's similar to a Wimpod Grass encounter. An A+ SR hunt. Ooh. That'd be interesting. Yeah, going for both of the version exclusive Jungle Apes. Yeah, man. That's cool. Yeah, I need to get back and doing some more of those. So I've like focused on Gen 8, and I definitely need to be doing more Gen 7 stuff because that's what I enjoy. That was your SOS team for Abra specifically. Aha! It did take a few tries to get it running. Yeah, I know like Lapras is in a similar situation, or is in a similar boat, where you have to be able to pop in, get off in prison with a Smeargle that knows Perish Song. To really like set yourself up. This isn't going to go well. I think we're going to lose this one. Unless either Torchic crits or Mudkip misses, I don't think we're winning this one. We have to crit on this turn, or Mudkip has to miss right now. Yeah, no. Yep. You could phase one of the apes 20% of the time. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Fun hunt? Absolutely. That'd be a cool one to do for sure. Alright. Let's growl this time. If we growl and the thing doesn't and the thing doesn't crit, I think we're good here. Gotta love Mudkip. Mudkip's not bad in general. It's just when it crits every single time. You scored a shiny Lapras as an oopsie random encounter in the wild area. You were shocked. Dude, nice. I was blown away by, again, way before I streamed. This was back when I just started shiny hunting. So like shinies were still an incredibly rare thing. Like, shinies are always exciting. But I think everyone here can kind of agree that after you've found a couple dozen of them, no matter how special they are, it's a little bit less shocking when you find them. You've just encountered enough of them that it's a more normal thing at that point. But back when I had just started shiny hunting, I think I had like 2 shinies. This is before I even had the shiny charm. This is just like I was working on my dex for it. No, I had the shiny charm. I was still working on my living dex though. I got a random Kangaskhan was called in by a Cubone, like randomly. Like I wasn't SOSing the Cubone or chaining it. I was trying to catch the Cubone. I had false swiped it, thrown a Pokeball, it broke out of the Pokeball, and it called for help. It's like 1:30 in the morning. I was just gonna go to bed after I caught this Cubone. And a Kangaskhan showed up, and it was shiny. And I was like, oh. And I was genuinely like, hands like, I don't know what to do, like, panicking because it's a Kangaskhan. Like, those things are almost impossible to like hunt. So I was incredibly excited to get that. I lucked out so hard on that because that would have been a pain in the butt to have actually had to hunt deliberately at some point. You can't really SOS for it unless you're willing to phase a ton of Cubones. Yeah, there's like no other way to go for it unless you like Masuda method it. So to have a wild encountered shiny Kangaskhan is pretty crazy. That's a memory. Oh yeah. Zamudkeep. Yes. Yo, Sloth, how's it going? You got a Zamazenta for a shiny Gramble on GTS. You had 3, so it was cool with parting with 1. That's awesome, dude. Alright, we just saved. Let's do the last reboot of the night here, guys. And then let's see if there's a raid to do. While this runs, I might let this one run through the animation while looking for a raid target here. Let's go ahead and find someone to look for. Or someone to raid. Alright, who's live right now? Horsey Games is live. Shiny Shack's live. There's a bunch of people on right now. It's been a few days since we've raided Shiny Shack. We can rate them. Hashtag Kang memories. Yeah. The rarest shiny from SOS you got was a Gumi. Ooh, nice. Just getting a Pangoro for SOS helping. That's awesome. That is awesome. Alright, cool. We'll raid Shiny Shack, guys. Once we check this last Jirachi for the night. Raid Puffin. I don't know if it's possible to raid Puffin right now. We'll just send them. We'll just send everyone to Puffin's most recent Ditto video. Alright. Cool, cool. Let's see what this last Jirachi of the night is. Yeah, how's the Gale of Darkness playing going, Michael? Alright, let's check here, guys. Darn. Darn. I was really expecting us to get the shiny here. No, but thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Thank anyone that liked, anyone that subscribed. We're going to be raiding the Shiny Shack here, so definitely get some raid hype going, and we'll go raid them. And yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll be back on Friday with some more Dynamax adventures. If you want to participate in the community battle tournament, signups end tomorrow, so go ahead and do that. Discord has the signups over in the battle tournament channels. So yeah, I would love to see you in those. We're going to be streaming that on the channel on Saturday. The prize is a 6IV competitive Dreepy, so definitely go check that out. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the stream, and I will catch you all next time. So until then, take care.